Thanks, Goose. Now let's get physical with Sports Friends.
Sports Friends is a collection of multiplayer games. The twist is that each minigame was made by a different developer. Most of these games are available in some shape or form online, but Sports Friends brings them all together in a neat little package, with some extra content to boot.
Affirmative. The main 4 games are Barry Ball, Super Pole Riders, Hokra, and Johann Sebastian Joust. There's definitely an element of skill in all of these games, but the simplistic and quirky controls really level the playing field. This, of course, makes for a great party title, because even relatively inexperienced gamers can still play and have fun.
Let's quickly explain what each game is in a little more detail. Barry Ball is basketball meets Super Smash Bros. Ultimately, your objective is to throw the ball into the pools of water that matches your team colour. But in order to do so, you'll be tussling with your opponent and trying to manage your jump stamina.
Hokra is a King of the Hill style game. The goal is to have the black pixels sitting in your coloured zones while the meter fills up. The graphics are very basic, but the core gameplay has great strategic elements as you pass between your team and bounce the ball around your opponents. Once the meter is full, you win.
Next up is Super Pole Riders. This game was created by the Australian developer Ben Foddy. You may know some of his other titles like Quop, Gurp, and of course the majestic Clop. In Super Pole Riders, the ball acts a bit like a piñata. Players vault into the air and attempt to kick the suspended ball into their opponent's goal. It's mayhem! I ended up just whacking it with my pole.
Yes, in classic Foddy style, the controls are impossible to master. And that's always been my issue with his games. You can never really tell what you're doing right or wrong. Things just kind of happen. So this does make you tire of the game quickly, but at the same time, it's also wildly entertaining.
Super Pole Riders and Hokra both allow you to have 4 players using only 2 controllers. The simplicity of their controls means that you can just share a single controller with a friend. This takes a bit of coordination, but it does mean that 4 people can play without needing a lot of controllers. Plus it adds a kind of physical element to these mini-games, which is nice.
Yes, especially in the game Johann Sebastian Joust. Things got pretty heated in the office. Roll the tape, Carrie.
Okay, now let me explain the rules for Johann Sebastian Joust. The key to winning is to find a way to get your opponents to move their controller quickly whilst keeping yours still. The tempo of the game will be dictated by the music of Johann Sebastian Bach. Let the jousting commence!
All right.
Get ready to joust. Go.
Oh, not already!
I win!
Just you and Darren.
Darren! Oh, no.
Thanks, we're together, we're together.
Careful, Darren.
Oh! Am I out already?
Goose is
Yeah,
out!
you moved too quickly.
Darren, I'm coming for you, Darren.
You just try it.
Darren's out!
You moved too quickly.
It's just you two.
Look over there. Look over there, Hex.
Don't fall for it, Hex.
Yes!
There are many unlockable secrets cleverly hidden throughout the game. We won't spoil the fun by telling you how to unlock them all, but we will show you this one hidden game because you need to play it.
Flop takes the iconic game of Pong and then bends all the rules. The addition of more paddle controls makes for some seriously entertaining ball bouncing. It actually feels more like air hockey rather than table tennis.
Now, the danger with mini-games usually is that their gimmicks can quickly lose their charm, but I don't think any of these games fall into that trap. They each have just the right balance of fun and competitive challenge to keep you and your party pals entertained for hours. I'm giving Sports Friends 8.5 out of 10.
What I liked most was how different all the games felt, and that's because they're all made by different developers, which is a great idea, so I'm giving it 8 out of 10 rubber chickens.